hair's so curly, I can't get it to do what I want it to do half the time. Yeah, so, you know, these things that have been happening, when you get wind of it too, it's very interesting, the reactions. And I, you know, well, I've not harmed anybody, and this is what happens. Okay. I'll remember that. So go here and be enlightened. Again, our 6-month festival, we made carry it for the whole year, and we were very careful of other people's dates. That's just a courteous thing. We don't have to, nobody has to, I guess, right? But you like to do that because you want to be considerate. But let me ask you this, why should we be considerate of everybody else but no one's being considerate of us, to the point where we were basically kicked out? Doesn't matter, mistake or not. That's the end result, and it's costing us a lot. It's costing us a lot of money. That's the money that we use to carry ourselves throughout the year. It's business. It's everybody does this, nonprofit or not. You know, you got to be able to support everything. So we just figured out a way to do things without funds. You know, and mind you, some of y'all people, you get grants. And anytime we've applied for anything, we've never gotten anything. And yet, you guys, we've seen our wording and our format stolen. So that means everybody that we submitted our grant to dispersed it. But we don't get the grants, but everybody else does? Something's wrong. Like, seriously wrong. And, anytime we've ever sat on panels, we made sure that everybody got everything that they desired, as much as we could influence it, you know. We didn't show favoritism. Oh, believe me, we would have loved to. Because some people, but you know, you don't do that because we don't want it to come back on you, and because we're good people. Doesn't mean it wasn't thought about, but you know, thinking things is not a crime. It's what you do. So, you know, that's pretty horrible too. So all these people are, you know, getting grants and things, and oh, when I speak, people, you know, they listen to me. So it's like, did somebody tell you to listen to me? Like one of these corporations tell you, and then you just steal what I say? Anytime that we're given a survey, I love to help people out. I ain't doing them anymore. You don't get my help for free. You gotta pay me. People ask me their opinions, what's wrong with this, and I can fix any business. I can fix any problem just looking at it long enough. And you know that. I know that. That's another thing I could have written down on the list. And they're trying to take all of my marketing knowledge and they put that on somebody else who looks similar to me. Do you see how it's being done? And the corporations are the ones who prop these people up and get the money. So here's the thing. Why is it okay that everybody else is getting grants and we don't? And we have a much smaller overhead than most people because we're just very good with money and making very good deals. Why is that? We have to ask these questions. It's not the format that's bad. A, because it's being used and stolen, sometimes verbatim, even our statistics. It's like, wow. You know, the fact that we can do things much cheaper doesn't mean that the end result will be cheap. You've seen our shows and our festivals. We're just that good. Gee, I think if we can handle tens of thousands of dollars with film production and get Emmy nominations for it, I think, I'm being facetious and a little bitchy and I don't care, I think we can handle just a few, several $1,000s, not tens and hundreds, you know, making a dance show. I think we can be just as successful. Come on, guys. If you think that dance is a harder entity to do than film or something like that, I mean, it's all hard enough as it is. You don't need to make it harder. But there's something wrong with your experience level. So you have to ask that question too. With all of our experience documented, why are we being put down? You can't say my technique anymore. You tried that one. You really did. You know what? I don't care if my shoulders are up a little like this. I have video recording of people who are in other festivals too. I didn't record it. I legitimately was either given it or bought, or you all have it online. It ain't perfect. I could tear your stuff apart quicker than that. Oh, but you're all allowed to perform in the places we submit to, but we can't. There's something else going on here, and don't think we don't know. Yeah. And this is my commodity, my family's commodity, my board's commodity. I don't want this used for something else. I want my festival open and the announcement for submissions to go to everybody. You know, there's plenty of room in this community for many people. Do you know how many dance companies there are? There aren't enough festivals. There aren't enough performance opportunities for everybody. So don't give me that BS. And then there are people from other states and other countries that want to access things too. This is math. This is logic. This is evidence, okay? This sounds and smacks of insecurity and jealousy, and usually that's from women. Men have other flaws. Now, women, when they're acting like beautiful creatures, they could be the most amazing, amazing people on this earth. So there's something else going on here. Don't think we don't know it. So we want to be on the right side of this, because really, we are finding a lot of things out. And please, I am not accusing falsely or accusing everybody. There are so many great people in all these 7 pillars of society and communities and art communities. You know, obviously, you know who you are. You know where you fall in the scheme of things. I tried. We have evidence of us trying. We have evidence of us finding out things, and we can't keep being friends with certain people. I want to be. I wanted to be. And, you know, I'm talking friends. I'm talking not so close that you're intertwined like this, and you know each other's business, and you call them up when there's a problem. I am not talking about necessarily that. You know, colleague, friend, business friends. Very appropriately so. Excuse me, I'm not talking about them per se. But you guys want to be found on the right side of this whole thing. You know, that tells me that not only are we just a little good, we are blankety blank good. We are so good that you guys would work this hard to try to do this. It's not going to work. Everything is being found out. Everything. It's really sad that this had to happen, but, you know, I didn't tell you to do this. Maybe you should have stopped stealing my ideas. Maybe you shouldn't have been so horrible of a person in heart. Maybe you shouldn't have been so insecure. And some of you have husbands. Do they know about this? Mine does. He's pissed. You know, you come alongside of a friend, as a friend and a helper, and then the very thing that you helped with is the very weapon that you used. That's interesting. Let's get back to reviews. If I say I don't want to be reviewed, you need to respect that. Because we got wind of something. This is what I'm talking about. Setups. To tear apart the very thing that was good. And we know it was good because someone was stealing it too. And then that very thing targeted. And for anybody that dances with me, if you're in on any of this stuff, we're not dancing together anymore. Unless you change completely. But I don't think you can. I mean, I just, wow. Wow. And you have issues with me? For what? Giving you an opportunity? Paying you? You know, a lot of times y'all got paid when I didn't. I make sure that other people get paid before I do. I was like, you know what? I'm just donating it in kind. Don't worry about it. Or maybe not even in kind. I'm just doing it, you know? I don't have to do that anymore. I'm not going to. Things have been very, very wrong. People pressuring us to pay our dancers even more. Why? So you can run a very tight budget and company further into the ground, so you can humiliate us. We were, for the longest time, I get it, I wasn't even making anything or getting paid. Everybody was doing everything like with the real true sense of the word of non-profit. Nobody was making anything. The company wasn't even making anything. We were running on just love. And then, you know, you build up, and you can, all without any real help. And I can't tell you how many times our company was down to nothing, and then we rebuilt it each and every time, and we came back stronger and better. And this time, it's going to be even stronger and better than it ever was, to the point where nobody is going to dare mess with us, because we're talking about legal issues at this point, and people that are watching. And if anybody does anything to us, they're going down so quick, so fast, so hard. Legally, all legally. We don't mess around with people or things illegally, nothing even slightly petty. So everybody's just going to go down. I don't see why I have to tolerate this. Why? You know, this whole thing, the Jews, Third Reich, slavery, that is all this is. I am not your flippin' slave. You can kiss it. I don't condone this. I never agreed to this. Y'all trying to force it upon me, and I'm not doing it. If somebody ever said to you, oh, Noelle gave you this idea, or some people record my ideas against my will, you know, eavesdropping surveillance, and give it to the third party, and a third party will tell somebody else, oh, you should do a dance like this. And without that person even thinking, well, where did this come from? We found at least in one place 5 instances where it came from me. But what these people who did the dances didn't know is that at least 2 of them we already had done, and we were talking about embellishing and building upon them. You know how I expanded Red Ribbons from a 4-minute and 1-second dance to, like, it's almost 2 hours long. It's an amazing, you know, epic, beautiful event. Like that. So you got caught. This is bad. This is wrong to do. So my fellow artisans, if somebody says, oh, you should do a dance like this, please just don't even listen to them. First of all, just come up with your own stuff. Be integral. Secondly, I've had a couple people try to do that to me. Oh, you should do a dance about this. You know, I'm nice. I say, yeah, that's a great idea. I write it down and I never do it. Because I don't know if they're trying to set me up. And maybe they stole your idea. You see what I mean? Come on now. Some people may mean well, but let me tell you something, some don't. You know, it's a form of intellectual property laundering, for lack of a better term, by passing it down the line. That comes out in said form. You know, I don't work that way. If I have a dance idea for you or something, you pay me a consultation fee or we barter or something, and it's on paper so everyone's protected, and I get credit for it in some way. Something, you know? Anyway, you guys gotta be careful. So for you who are innocent and don't know what the heck's going on, just especially for right now, just don't listen to people. Be nice, polite, write it down because it could be used as evidence. What if it was my idea and you can help me? You see what I'm saying? Write it down, date, time, notes, and then if we talk, you know, say, hey, somebody was trying to give me this idea. This wasn't yours by any chance, was it? And I will take out my notebook and look. Nope. Or I'll know right away anyway, because I keep track of all this. Pretty good, huh? It's a possibility you have to consider, because we found out that this is actually happening. So, you know, keep the dance community and film community and all business, all of this, keep it integral. And go to the Better Business Bureau site. Do you see how many businesses are just really rotten? They rank with A+, but that's just what they rank to meet the criteria to be in that society. Customers are very unhappy, and we've had similar experiences with some of those other people. So before we do anything, you know, we look there. We test it out first. We just don't do business with anybody like that anymore because we've been, oh my gosh, the messes that have happened. And that may or may not be intertwined or even connected to what we're normally going through. There's so much about business, guys. There's so much about what we're experiencing, but you know, it's all being put to a stop. Gosh, but yeah, please, if anybody gets wind of the fact that somebody was using my dance festival or me or my company as a commodity, or that you get wind of somebody trying to put somebody in our company to try to take over my role, look, it's not going to happen. Give it up. It is absolutely not going to happen, especially now I'm on the board. Not going to happen. It wasn't going to happen before either. I can't be voted out. I can't be fired. This is my company, okay? Just because I have other people helping to run it, it doesn't work like all your other things. You know, so don't even get an idea, because we've had attempts made. I'm not going anywhere, okay? Nobody can use this commodity even after I've come and gone. No one lives forever. I get it. Doesn't matter what age I go. Nobody can use this. Nobody can use the repertoire, the trademarks, any of the copyright, intellectual property, my video, nothing. It doesn't fall into public domain either. So, you know, too bad for you. Other artists don't care. Great. I do. I believe in individuality and ownership. I don't believe in, oh, it's a free-for-all hodgepodge and let's just go for it. No. I don't want it like that. I worked hard. I suffered. I chose not to eat food so I could pay for certain legal protections. You have to abide by the law. Too bad. I haven't done anything to you. And you know it. and all this little snaky stuff going on behind the scenes. Don't think, like I said, don't think we don't know. So if anybody knows anything else, and believe me, we have enough information, but more is always better, of course. Using even the contests that we have, you know, because we now have a contest. I don't really like competition. I don't want it to have a competitive air, and we're thinking about getting rid of it because, you know, let's put it this way: if you know of anybody trying to use our competition for their gain, something weird going on behind the scenes where they somehow set it up to where they know how to make somebody win or something like that. But guys, we try so hard to not let the judges be known who they are, and we always have another judge that nobody knows about that has no connection to us either, just in case. Just in case as a fail-safe. We always do. Always. And if we and us, the board always has the right. That's part of the rules of the competition. If we believe something funny is going on, that they can intervene. Guys, just don't, okay? This is our commodity. This is our money. No one has a right to use it as a commodity except for the owners. You know, making a pay-to-play situation where, you know what, you can be produced by Emmy-nominated producers. Well, you know what, if that credit's good enough for everybody else to use and to vie for, it's good enough for us to use too. There's no excuse why we haven't gotten any grants. Our grants are written better than most of the other stuff that we've seen. We know it because we've been on panels before. You know, oh, there's a little bobble there. That's not a good enough answer to turn anybody down for anything, okay? You're not even perfect, you hypocrites. Like I said, I teach dance, and I'm very critical of myself. I could tear your guys' stuff apart more, be more vicious than you. I just choose not to, because it's not how you should handle business. It's not professional. It's not nice, it's not kind, and in some places it's very illegal too. So, you know, I'd like to know who else is trying to use our festival as their commodity. No, it's our property. You don't have a right to be the pressure valve or control mechanism and decide who gets through the turnstile and who doesn't. That's our job. We're all for suggestions, though. Like if you know a friend, we say at the bottom of the form, give it to your friends if you know somebody who would like to be in. But it's an open call for anybody. We don't want it screened to the point where only certain people. That's so set up. And what? Then we can't choose for ourselves who gets in. That's not even fair. I'm pretty sure that's illegal to do. Double check me on that, but I'm pretty sure. You know, go to the FBI site. There's a lot of information on that. And then trying to accuse us of doing anything? Nice try, but that ain't gonna work, because this is the stuff that's being done to us. Good Lord. This is what I'm talking about. So, you know, these are just some examples. Could be hypothetical. Maybe it's not. That's why we're here. Why we had to send everything up higher, higher, and higher. Okay, we gave you an opportunity to talk and work it out. We don't do the snaky behind-the-scene hint drop thing. If we make a mistake, we name it, we say it, and we fix it. It protects everybody legally. Not this hint droppy thing where all of a sudden something's thrown in your lap and you don't know why. Let's get it on paper so everybody's protected. You see what I'm saying? I know. And then you all try to turn it around on us. That's a bad thing. But I'm not talking about using it for evidence against people, unless they're that dumb. I'm talking about, like, okay, let's just give an example here. Our 2019 festival. We had to cancel it. I didn't want to. But I'm glad we did, and not glad we did at the same time. We were physically injured. Too many of us. We didn't have enough backups. We do now, so if something goes wrong. And then you guys didn't like our answer, so you guys listen and you look at the emails and say, oh, they have enough backups, so you know what, let's double book them. Let's do this. Let's, you know, supposedly a mistake. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It was a mistake. You better fix it. So now, because of your mistake, we have a 6-month-long festival. So you explain to everybody else in the community why our festival conflicts with everybody else's. That's why. Talk to them, not us. So, and we might carry it for a full year. It might be the world's longest running festival. I mean, who cares? I don't know. But this is what happens when you put somebody up against the wall and you take away the stuff that's rightfully theirs. They come out fighting. Ingenuity, creativity, logic, the law, everything comes out with gloves on. But you just want us to roll over and say, oh, okay, whatever, you know. Sorry, we're doing our festival this year, as you can see. And it's going to be performed. You get on the right side of us. You see, people need to start being concerned with getting on our poop list. I'm trying not to swear, but you know what I mean. You need to be concerned about it. Nobody's concerned. Why? Because we're nice people? Oh yeah, we're nice people. But you cross the line after we give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and you don't do the right thing. That's it. We can't keep taking this. You know? So we don't give chances anymore because of, you know, just a few spoiled, rotten people spoiling it for everybody. And we have to consider the situation and everything too. So it's really, there was nothing wrong with anything that we were doing at all. So now we have a longer program, we have a bigger program and a better program. Not credit to anybody who is trying to harm us, of course. But this is just to despite and in spite of everybody who is trying to not help us. Sorry, but not sorry, you know? I'm just done with it. And a lot of people appreciate it. They're like, wow, Noelle, you are so strong and I love watching your videos. You're so fierce. You don't take anything from anybody. And I was like, no, well, why should I? And they respect me. And we have great relationships and we have fun and we can joke around and kid around and laugh. And I don't have to be so, you know, staunch. I can be a little bit more relaxed. The second someone gives me a reason, I have to go back to this, you know, the staunch and I'm gonna get you type of attitude. I'd rather not live there. I'd rather not be that. But, you know, even Jesus said that's enough already. So, yep, let us know. I'm just rambling now. I don't really care what you think, but that's just how it goes. I'm not forcing anybody to watch this, but the news is out there. The message is out there, so you need to consider what kind of face you wear. Are you two-faced or not? Just kind of curious. And for my enemies, yeah, I'll have to be two-faced too. It's actually very biblical and smart and wise. It's how you protect yourself. I can't be completely authentic with you. I have to be legal, but I can't be completely authentic with you because you betrayed me in some way. Isn't that cute? This would be a nice little ornament idea or something. I don't know. I love how the red just kind of... Alright, I'm getting out of here. That's pretty much it. So I thank you guys, and yeah, you know what, Happy New Year, take care, and we'll see what happens from there. But hey, love, love.